See who I have here. I'm meeting Priyanka after years. So nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too. Thank you.
And it's for a very special film. What was the response like when people first saw the trailer in India?
I mean, the response has been really wonderful. It's a very special film. I know that, when you think about what the movie is going to be, you don't understand it. But when you see the trailer, it sort of sets the tone for what the film is going to be like. And the response was overwhelming. It was lovely.
And you don't look anything like a mother of a teenager. So when you were, thinking how to do the look, did you and Shonali sit and think about, any particular thing?
This is a really interesting story. When we talked about the aging process, and I've aged in Sat Khoon Maaf as well. I played Naseeruddin Shah's wife in my 60s at that time. And I told Shonali, I was like, maybe we should give Aditi some weight, put on some weight, add like prosthetics. And Shonali got really upset with me and she shut it down. She was like, this is what cinema does. It ages women so unflatteringly. Why should women be aged like that? And Aditi herself is someone who has a philosophy which says, when life sucks, look like $1 million. She believes that, and that's what you see the character in the movie age extremely gracefully. She loves getting dressed. She loves being well turned out. She loves like being in makeup and hair, and that's who she is.
So you were shooting for the film, the climax, just 4 days before your wedding. So being in that headspace where it is so emotional. So how were you like switching from the film and then going back to reality, which is the most wonderful time of your life?
I mean, yes, that was a challenge. It was difficult, but I had committed to the film before I committed to my husband, and that was my responsibility. So the film needed me to shoot in Delhi for that time, and I gave them dates till 4 days before my wedding. But having a partner who does the heavy lifting for you is a massive support. Nick came down earlier. He handled all the logistics of the wedding so that I could focus on my work. Him and my mom did the tastings and the seating charts and room lists and all of that they handled. And he's always supported my ambitions and my drive, and I've always supported his. So that way we have a great balance.
So I have some questions for you about Nick. Who mostly says sorry first, you or Nick?
Whoever's wrong. I think we have conversations. We are very logical when it comes to, we are not like, oh my God, just to get out of the situation, let's just say sorry. We don't. We sit down, we go away, we talk about it, and we realize who went wrong, and then whoever did makes up.
Okay. Who is great at giving surprises?
I'm better.
Oh. We saw recently, yes. Who is more romantic?
He's very romantic.
Okay. Who is more adventurous?
He's definitely more. I mean, I'm more adventurous in terms of food and trying new things. He's more adventurous in terms of wanting to do more things.
Who is more patient?
He's more deaf. This is a no-brainer. He's definitely more patient. I didn't even know what patience was till I met him.
Who says I love you more often?
He does.
Okay. So what kind of person is Priyanka Chopra when there is stress around?
When I'm stressed, I tend to lash out a little bit. I tend to, in the privacy of my home, but I tend to I need to discuss it and address it, and I do it very emphatically. I'm not good with dealing with stress. I've become a lot better as I've gotten older. And especially since I've gotten married, because Nick is an extremely calm energy, a calm person. He likes dealing with situations. He doesn't like stress around him. He's a problem solver. So I've become a lot more calm and patient. But I'm not the fun person when I'm stressed.
One person whom I'm really missing interviewing is Zaira. When you came to know that she wants to quit, what was your reaction?
Well, I was surprised for sure because she's such an incredible artist. But once we spoke to her, I understood that that's something that means a lot to her, and it's her individual decision. Her work will always be remembered in the 3 films that she's done, but her life is a lot more important.
And Sky Spring got 15-minute standing ovation. Were you there when that happened? And what was the feeling like? Goosebumps?
I was there. I watched the movie with the audience of about 2,000 people. I think it wasn't the goosebumps part of it as much. I got very emotional because the audience was not just people who spoke Hindi. It was a diverse mix of people from many, many countries that didn't understand the language but were reading subtitles and reacted the same way of standing up and wanting to applaud the filmmaker. and the actors of the movie, and that's very, very special.
Okay, so you have always been making headlines. So I have to ask this. There are 3 headlines I've chosen. You have to just react to it. Priyanka Chopra on marriage. I feel I have married someone who is like my dad's shadows.
Yeah, I feel like Nick is very much like my dad. He's very patient, he's very emotional, very sensitive, loves music the way my dad did. I really feel like he's extremely, like, I somehow ended up finding a husband that is exactly like my dad.
Okay, Priyanka Chopra changes into a leggy brown blazer dress after flashing a hint of cleavage in a floral maxi to promote her film The Sky is Pink in Mumbai. This was the headline.
This
What do
is
you
called
think about-
sensationalism, babe.
Yeah, I mean-
That's how they sell their newspapers. Who cares? Some people like to consume that, some people like to write that. If people don't consume it, they wouldn't write it.
But when you read something like this, does it bother you, like, or you just like whatever?
I'm a public person. I've been a public person for more than half my life. I'm very thick-skinned when it comes to people's opinions. Yes, I care about their opinion about my work. I will care about what they think about how I act and my job. But what I do in my personal life and what their opinions of me are has never really bothered me.
Okay, and the last one, Salman takes a dig at Priyanka Chopra, exit from Bharat again. She did not give us much time. This was the headline.
Yeah, I got married in 4 months of meeting I actually got engaged 2 months after meeting Nick, so I didn't give myself much time either.
There you go.